Hi, I'm Amy DeCaren. I'm the director here at Hope of Mooresville, and this is
Donna Hahn, and I'm the program coordinator at home.
And
Reba Cochran, I'm the peer support specialist, aka house mom.
right.
Yes.
And don't be fooled, this is not the entire team. This is the staff, but we have a whole team that makes this program and makes Hope of Mooresville work, including house volunteers who come in and babysit and do tutoring, or Julie, who's one of the board members who does just about a little bit of everything, including making sure the house works, the lights come on, the air conditioning works, which it doesn't all the time, but it does now. And she helps coordinate supply drives, so a lot of you probably already know Julie. And then of course we have our mentor teams led by Jill Holman, and that's a really important part of this program, and those are community volunteers who are assigned to work with each of our guests and are there really to support them, to listen to them, and to help them with their budgeting. So I'm glad you are watching this video because let's just say 2020 hasn't been the best year for everybody with that little pandemic, and we're all still in it, and we have not stopped serving. We did never close our doors. We do operate 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. We have guests in the house.
And we opened our doors in December of 2017. And since that time, we have served 25 families, 28 children, and we provided over 5,300 nights of safe shelter.
And we've also offered up support and help after our guests go through the program. It's a 6-month based program. We help provide some of the education they might need, job support in finding work, and once they go through their budgeting and other opportunity programs with their mentors, then we provide the help after they have graduated our course. So
yeah, so even right now we have several guests who had graduated from our program, have their first apartments, and still come to us for advice. They call Reba, they'll call their mentors, they'll call Donna and say, hey, what about this? I forgot how this exactly works. And we even have some of our volunteers and mentors who help with pantry shopping over at the soup kitchen, also known as Feed NC, go for them because they're working and they can't go get their groceries, and they have this wonderful program over there. So just because you graduate the program doesn't mean the team, us and the rest of our team stops working for our guests. We want to make sure we have set you up for success.
I was going to say some of the things that happen when you come to the home house, some of our guests, we've been able to help folks who came in that didn't have, say, a checking account, folks who didn't have a credit score, folks who came in with no job, no car, and we've been able to help them raise their credit score. We've been able to open up savings and checking accounts. We've been able to help these folks put their resumes together and get some really, really good jobs. We've also been able to help them find affordable daycare. We've been able to help them get birth certificates and social security cards that have gotten lost throughout the way, and put them on all kinds of housing waiting lists, because our goal at home, one of our big goals, is to try to find affordable housing for our guests when they leave us. And we also really harp on the fact that they need to save while they're with us, and that's what our mentors do such a wonderful job of through budgeting, which is a big part of the mentoring program.
Yeah. And I was talking to one of the guests the other day, and I said, she's been here about 6 weeks, less than 2 months. And I said, well, how's it been so far? Like, what's your experience since you've been here? And she said, I cannot believe how many services you offer us, what level of support, that there's so many people on the team supporting her. And she was shocked at herself that she was able to earn over $1,000 in her savings account right now. And she was surprised she was able to do that so quickly. I would say she's one of the fastest savers we've ever had.
Yes, she is.
But that's what happens when you buy into the program. And on that note, I will say there's probably never going to be a day that we sit here and say we have a 100% success rate. what is the impact we have on this community? Does every single person that walked through that door leave with their apartment, with money in the bank, with some of their legal issues handled, with DSS issues handled? About 75% that leave the house are in great shape and they are set up for success. Unfortunately, about 25% don't make it out of the program, I'll say the first time around.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's ever going to be a day where it's 100%, because when we founded this organization, we agreed to take on people who come in with all sorts of challenges. And you have seen, Reva's our longest employee of almost 3 years. She's seen it all. There's so many different layers and levels that people come in that they need help with.
Yeah.
And we're not going to turn you away for that. But I'll say of the 25% that don't make it successfully out of the program, some of those leave voluntarily. And that's just because this is a tough adjustment for, you're a grown adult, you're used to surviving on your own every day, and then you come into the house and we have rules, we have structure, we have accountability, and all of that is designed to get you self-sufficient. We are looking for long-term solutions. This is not a short-term Band-Aid because you need a bed to sleep on tonight. We are looking for long-term change, breaking these cycles so that the next generation that's raising their family don't have to deal with homelessness.
Right.
And then unfortunately we do have some who are non-voluntarily asked to leave the house, and that could be for substance abuse reasons, or sometimes there just becomes a level of combativeness. And it creates such a, I'll say, an unsafe or negative environment in the house. It affects the other guests, it affects staff, and anybody that's threatening the success of other people's program, we can't have that. And Reba gives them so many chances, but unfortunately we do have some that just aren't going to make it. But I'm going to have you tell about, we have one person who was asked to leave the program, but now it has turned into a success story.
Right. This mom came in to us and had 3 children. We helped her with, well, she did have a job. She came in with a job. She had a vehicle. A lot of times when our guests come in with vehicles, they're not in the best shape. So we do help them keep the car running. But the program, she was asked to leave, unfortunately. That was a heartbreaking thing for us. It was a difficult decision. We felt that we had gone as far as we could with her. However, she had the opportunity to get some of the tools in place. She had her mentors. They helped her with her budgeting and other things, and support for her. So
Donna got her on the housing list before she was asked to leave.
We made her fill all those forms out.
She had all that in place.
And that was a lot of work. So, she did have that in place. However, once she did leave, it was a few months and we had not heard from her, and she reached out to me via text. When the guests come in, they have my phone number. So she did reach out to me and let me know that she still had her job. She had a new vehicle because she put the tools in place that she had learned. She was able to get a better running vehicle. She had received a call from housing and received an apartment and was in place there. And we were so excited to hear about that we gathered up a gift box, a gift package, if you will, loaded her up with some items for her and the children, and took that over. She invited us over, excuse me, to see her apartment. So we went over to visit. It was a great visit. She was very upbeat. She has a quirky sense of humor, so we love that. She's great. And she and the children are doing well, and we appreciate the fact that she reached out. She apologized for not continuing with the program. She didn't realize what we were doing for her until after she left. So it's one of those things, you don't know what you've got until it's gone.
Yeah, we call it defining success differently.
Yeah.
Still a success,
Yeah.
just not the first time
Yeah.
around. But
So-
we don't give up.
Yeah,
That's right.
so she's doing great and she stays in touch. And as with other families that have left and have been successes, we also, they stay in touch with us, we stay in touch with them,
We
touch
have
and
a-
base.
We have a women's support group that meets monthly, and we have different topics that we present, such as maybe one month is self-care, maybe another month is gratitude, and we invite our
Yes.
past guests and their
Yeah.
children there. We have childcare for the kids, and then it's a great time for us to have fellowship. We have a meal, and our past guests, some of them still come. So it's a great way for us to keep in touch with them and everybody to keep learning and having a great time,
Right.
continuing their friendship
Yeah.
and relationships.
And I look forward to when all this COVID is gone and we can get back to engaging more volunteers, because we
Yes.
get a lot of requests for how can I help, what can I do. One of our biggest issues is transportation. We have this amazing donated van that is called Homer. And we do have often several guests in the house who don't have cars, and we do need help driving guests. And we have multiple guests that have to be in multiple places. We do need help driving, but with COVID, we don't feel comfortable engaging volunteers for that right now, but that is one of our bigger needs. And also, I appreciate all the supply drives you do for us,
Yes.
because it keeps the house going and prevents us from having to spend money on that. But also, like Reba was saying, Reba and Julie and all of us would get together and we put bags together for the people who have left the house and are still in contact with us, because often you're so generous, we have extras to share,
Yes.
and that works out really well. So I want to thank all of you out there. We can't do this without you, and we are in fundraising season. We had to cancel our event. Unfortunately, that event is a significant part of our budget every year that keeps this program going and keeps us serving the community. So we are asking that you continue to help us, continue to support us, spread the word,
Yep.
pray for us. We need prayers. And we need donations, and you can either you can go to our website and get information about that. You can donate right on there this quick, or you can send in a check. But we can't be shy about trying to raise money,
Right.
because we want to keep serving. We feel
Right.
really good about the success rate that we have, the impact we are having with the children, with the families in this community. I think we're a huge asset, because we are the only one here who is serving in this way, and we want to keep going.
And we want to thank you for your continued support. Some of you have been with us since 6 years ago in the very, very beginning. We really, really appreciate that. So thank you so much for your continued support.
So do you have anything else to say,
I
or?
think I'm good. I just appreciate everybody and we appreciate the donations.
Okay.
Thank you.
So bye from Hope of Mooresville. We appreciate you. Thank you.